Well, hello. Now today I thought I'd do a little bit of a review on the lure fishing rod that I've been using for the last 2 years. Now this rod is the Nomura Never Crack 20 to 40 gram 2.4 meter spinning rod. Now, like I said, I've been using this rod now for, I think, probably about 2 years. It serves me so well. I think it's an absolutely fantastic rod. Now, there's a few things I'd like to talk about today, but with the main one being the extremely good value for money that this rod is. Now, obviously, not all of us, with myself included, can afford to go out and spend 150, 200, 300 pounds on a bass rod. This rod was £55, and the quality you get for the price you pay really is quite phenomenal. Like I said, it's a 2.4 meter rod. It's got a casting weight of 20 to 40 grams. Now, I've fished lures which are 10-15 grams on this rod, and you can ping them out as far as you can ping out a 20 gram lure. Now, it's an absolutely brilliant all-round lure fishing rod. I use this for 95% of my lure fishing, which includes bass, wrasse, pollock, mackerel, a variety of sea fish. Now, at the moment I'm using a 4000 size reel on it. I've had this reel on for about nearly 18 months now. When I first got the rod, I had a 2000 on it. I would suggest any reel from 2000 to 4000 would be ideal for this sort of lure rod. Now, what I like about it is that it has a slightly longer butt, so when casting you have a better action, and I believe you can get the lure a little bit further out. It also means that where your reel sits, you have a very nice weighted lure rod. When you have a shorter butt, say to here, the rod will tend to dip, and you can notice this when you're fishing, and also just walking along the rocks with the rod. It can feel very wobbly. This rod is it has a very level weight that runs through it. Now, obviously, the smaller the reel, the lighter the outfit you're going to have. Like I said, I have a 4000 size reel on here, which I find absolutely fine. Now, this rod has a medium to fast action tip on it. Now, this basically means that you still get a lot of feel, a lot of wobble in the rod. It'll bend very nicely when you cast it, but it will also handle something like this, which is a topwater lure. Now, one of the things I really like about this rod is it is such an all-rounder, and you can put a variety of lures on this. This will throw out a metal lure to the horizon. You can work topwater lures without the rod tip feeling too bendy. You can fish soft plastics. You can bounce metals off the bottom. It really is great for any variety of lure you put on it. So obviously, when out lure fishing, you're hopping over rocks. Sometimes you can drop your rod. You're getting sprayed by water. I must say that this rod can put up with quite a lot. The saltwater prevention on it is extremely good. I've been using this rod for 2 years now. It has no rust on it whatsoever. All of the guides are still in perfect condition. There's no saltwater corrosion on any of the rod at all. Now, these are called the Never Crack because they are made to be virtually indestructible. They're an incredibly strong lure rod, and they have a lot of power in the blank as well. So if you do hook a big fish, you know this rod's going to handle it. Now, like I said, I use this rod for my bass fishing. I've had some very respectable bass on it. I've had my PB wrasse of over £5 on it, and this rod can handle it no problem. It's fine for deep water marks. I've thrown metals out into 20-25 feet of water, and it doesn't struggle whatsoever. So like I said with the blank, you have a lot of strength that runs all the way through this rod. It has a very powerful blank, and the medium to fast tip action tip means it can handle a fish fighting. It will also handle you lifting a fish out of the water if you don't have a net on you. Now, it's a lightweight rod. I believe it's 196 grams. So with a nice modern spinning reel on there, you have a very nice, well-weighted, light lure fishing outfit. Now, obviously, with the videos I make, I have quite a few people ask me which rod do I use, or I'm just starting out, do I have to spend this amount, that amount? The reason for this quick review really is to say that you don't need to go and spend 100, 200 or 300 pound on a lure fishing rod. Now, as much as those rods that are in the higher bracket of the price range, they have fantastic qualities to them, there's no doubt about that. But for a 55, 60 pound rod, this will do pretty much exactly what one of those rods will do. So don't be fooled if you're just starting lure fishing. You can quite happily get a nice lure fishing rod and reel for £100–120, no problem. This will cover all aspects of your lure fishing. So I've used this rod from the shore and also from the boats as well. At 8 foot, it's still a fantastic rod to use from a boat, especially when lure fishing for bass inshore and in shallow ground. Now this rod can be found online through many websites. All of their descriptions of the rod are very similar, and I must say I agree with all the points they make. So that is a quick review of the Nomura Never Crack 20 to 40 gram 2.4 meter lure fishing rod. I hope that can help you if you are looking at buying this, and if you do, please let me know how you get on with it. As always, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.